today's episode of Rumour Has It, where we will be diving into the fascinating world of chartered accountants and find out what's the T in chartered accountancy. What do chartered accountants do on the daily? And why chartered accountancy? Here with us today, we have a panel of experts from BDO, and we're going to be cracking the rumors about chartered accountants. We have Zakhele, Shanre, and Michelle, who are all chartered accountants that are within BDO, and they have kindly volunteered to answer our questions. So Zach, tell me, what is your one-line summary of what you do?
On a daily basis, what I do, I deal with people, valuations, and problems.
Okay, Shanre, what is your one-line summary of what do you do?
I would like to refer myself as Mrs. Audit Quality, a walking ISA, and a lending specialist.
I've got one sentence and I'll maybe put 5 words. Audits, consulting, risk advisory, people, client management, trainees, universities, LinkedIn.
That's a very good summary. So tell me, Mesh, what's the coolest part of your job?
That I get to say that. So for me personally, I think I came to realize at a very young age, I like variety. And so you get those that are natural specialists and audit quality, and I understand evaluation and I get quality.
Yeah.
Personally, I love the color, I like the variety, and so you'll never find me giving you a 3-word answer. It's that we are running a business, we are running engagements, we're training, we're developing. So I guess it depends on your audience, on what do we do and what's relevant, but I think important to probably note that there's a lot at the moment.
I love it. So over to you, Shanre. What is the coolest thing about your job?
Working and developing people. That to me is super important. It's like they say, people, are your assets in your business. So if you develop them, teach them, they are the future, right? It's like to students within the university. We always say they are the future. They are the people I end up working with, and they are the people that I need to develop to become the adults that they need to be.
I love it. On that note on people, Shanre, tell me, has a client ever shouted at you?
Too many times, I can't even remember. And I guess that's the point of developing you as a person. The more they shout, the stronger you get, still passing on the message. And that is the essence of who we are and why we work so well together.
So it's the chemistry of our culture.
Our culture, our people, the energy.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That is so cool. The chartered accountant profession has obviously been through some panel beating of late. There's been a bumpy ride in auditing over the last few years. Some would say it's too risky. It's not worth the money. What are your thoughts on it? Do you still believe the CA is a golden ticket?
I think it's the future. I believe, and I'm so passionate about, given what you said, we've been in a bit of trouble, the audit profession, but I do believe that we can restore the credibility and the trust within our profession. It's like any profession, right? Something needs to go wrong for us to regroup and fix and take forward. So having been part of that journey personally, it's so exciting. I grew so much throughout the process, having to actually just be put in a corner and think about what you do, how you're going to respond to, the questions that the media has, your clients, the challenges put forward. It was a great experience. So I am the person thinking about the glass half full instead of empty.
It really is unfortunate that the profession has gone through this. I do think through the process it has shown us where our risks are, where the faults are. We unfortunately or fortunately learn from our peers, And personally, having gone through the process with Urba, registering with Urba, I was asked that question, why in this time, why? And I think for a lot of people in the profession today, they probably have a clearer answer, that this is a great profession. And I think to turn away from the negative, let's look at where we are, BDO, this team. We can do so much better. We know our risks, we know our flaws. We've got technology, we've got innovation, we've got specialists, we've got integration, and I think we probably are a lot more prepared to face the risk and report appropriately. So yes, is it the profession? 100%.
Yeah, it's a difficult question to answer, because there is naturally risk in what we do. But then as and when you go through the processes of working with a particular type of people and into a particular kind of environment, you start to understand that there is way to manage risk. And I was thinking about it when just before after I finish articles, I'm like, if you work at a bank, then you're not going to sign off audit opinion. But then you are still reporting on fair values. You are still reporting on particular items within the business. So for me, through that thought process, I started to learn that wherever you go as a CA, you're going to be facing risk, and it's really about taking the skills and the things that you've learned to apply yourself. And that doesn't only apply to technical things, but it applies to ethical things as well, in that you want to be in that right environment with controls and all the likes to sort of manage the risk.
So I'm going to start asking questions, and we're going to play a little game of just answer, don't think. Rumor has it that chartered accountants make a lot of money. I'm going to go around the table and we're going to go true or false. Zach.
True.
Shanre.
True.
Mish.
True.
There you have it, folks. So, if you could summarize your entire career and how you feel about your career in one word, what would it be?
Proud.
Shanre.
Passionate.
Mish.
Lightning bolt. Moment.
Quick.
You asked. A lightning bolt.
Yes, you got to be quick on your feet. So here's my next question. Rumor has it that chartered accountants don't have time for Netflix.
Oh, that's false, because you need to make time.
Oh.
Yeah.
What else do you do, Mish, to maintain balance or to blow off steam?
I really do keep quite active, and I'm not a gym person at all, but activities, so like water sports and cycling, and that's something that happens on a weekly basis.
So, the next question. Rumor has it that chartered accountants don't get enough sleep on a weekly basis. True or false? Zach.
False.
So how many hours of sleep do you get on a weekly basis?
Minimum 7
Per night.
per night.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Maybe a bit too much, actually. Next. Shanre, what's been the most tricky thing for you in your space working remotely over the last few months?
I guess just managing big teams, right? Checking in with everybody to ensure, as Zach said, that they're fine, reading their body language, because it's important for me to see if you're still okay. And if the work that I'm giving to you, you'll actually be able to do and deliver on.
For me, like when you're explaining or you're training someone, I like to show someone something. I like to see their facial reaction, and you can tell right there and there that they understand it on. And I think that's been a big challenge.
I personally am going through a career highlight being with this team now.
That's amazing, Mish. Your highlight
Thank
is
you.
right now. Wow, living your best life.
It is.
If you could go back, if you had the opportunity to speak to yourself as a first-year student who was just entering university, anxious, uncertain, not knowing what the future holds, knowing what you know now and everything you've lived through, what would you tell yourself? What's the one thing you would tell yourself to get you through some of those difficult days? Mish, we'll start with you.
At varsity, you really do have the EQ. You do have EQ. I'm going to actually steal from Nev. You guys can look up Nev. everyone's got EQ. Not everyone's got EQ. EQ is something we grow and develop as we mature. We've all got the IQ. Varsity, you've made it there, you've got it. And now I really do think it's about AQ and that adaptability to change. And that's not only relevant now, because this profession, the study, the career, there is always change. This change that's going on, it's different, but we are quite familiar with change. And I would say to just get comfortable with it, and it's okay to not know. Establish your networks, make friends, have fun, get used to change, and just be confident, even if you don't pass first time every time coming your way.
I absolutely love that. So it's not just about the intelligence.
No, you've got that, and it's
not just about the emotion. It's about the adaptability, Mish.
Okay.
Sean-Ray, what would you say to yourself as first year Sean-Ray?
So I tell you what, I actually have a story to tell. First year Sean-Ray was actually quite shook when she started, right? And you know, as a student, you have, oh, I'm gonna go to campus, I'm gonna meet new people.
Gonna live the dream.
Yay! It's gonna be great. But what happened in my first year, I lost my sister. So the year started off rocky. And it creates so much, as Mish pointed out, change, uncertainty, what do you do now? And I started the year and I just, like they say, winged it, right? I didn't know what I was doing, but I just continued the journey. So I would have told myself, with the uncertainty that I was facing, what now? What's gonna happen? Trust the process. You know, and do the best that you can. You need to be consistent and disciplined, and those two things will get you to the end of your journey.
That's amazing. Zach, what would you tell younger Zach?
My story is a bit different. I spend too much time in the streets. So
Keeping it real there, lad.
There's no exam I didn't miss for a party or whatever. So for me, it's like just a little bit of perspective in terms of your...
Wait, so hold up, let's rewind. You were a party
You were
animal? I'm not sure I got that right. You were a party animal.
There are places in Pretoria I know very well.
Wow.
As far as Pretoria, even though I was studying in Joburg. But
See, that's what we mean by balance.
Yeah.
Work hard, play hard, have fun. That's amazing. So this CASA designation, do you still think that it is what it is and what it used to be from years ago? Is it still the same? Is it still worth it to get into it? Is all the hard work, the blood, sweat and tears, is it still worth it as you stand here today? Zach?
Yes.
Sean-Ray?
Definitely.
Mish?
100%.
Now before you dash off, we've saved the best for last. We've got Kevin Moodley, who's a chartered accountant from BDO South Africa Financial Services Technology Team. Kev, welcome.
Thanks, Shanaz. I'm happy and excited to be here today.
So tell us, what exactly do you do?
So in essence, we help to solve complex problems at our clients using technology. And as many will know, IFRS is probably one of the most technical aspects of it. And maybe Shanaz, back to you just on how we help you automate some of your processes.
Yeah, so Kev's trying to build a bot for me as well to automate. So IFRS Technical is quite complicated, and I love the fact that we are now building technology into it to automate those processes so that we do things faster and smarter, and we work smarter, not harder. So I'm going to kick off with the next question. So Kev, what do you love? What's the one thing you love about your job?
I love the people aspect, Shanaz. It's what drives me every day, getting up in the morning, meeting new clients, meeting new clerks, meeting managers. I really have a passion for helping people move forward within their careers.
That's amazing. The people really bring the energy to the team. We're going to play a game. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. It's called Rumour Has It, and you're going to answer true or false. So, here we go. Rumour has it that chartered accountants make a lot of money. True or false?
True.
Oh, that's interesting. Next question. Rumor has it that chartered accountants don't have enough time to go to the...
Not as article class.
Thanks for clarifying that. Rumor has it that chartered accountants don't have enough time to get to the gym. True or false?
True and false.
Elaborate.
It's if you make the time, you'll be able to go. That's the most important thing. Finding your balance.
Planning ahead.
Yep.
Got it.
Planning and everything, even within audits, even within other clients.
That's a good tip. So Kev, rumor has it that chartered accountants don't have time for Netflix. True or false?
False. Definitely false. I'm loving Netflix at the moment. Love the shows on there. I've actually started rewatching Suits as well as Blacklist. And one of my new favorites is actually Bridgerton.
Wow.
Do you watch that?
It's trending. It's really trending at the moment. I'm more of a How I Met Your Mother girl, but definitely. The profession has obviously been through a bit of panel beating, and it's evolved quite a bit in the last few years. Do you still think that becoming a chartered accountant is worth it today?
No, definitely, Shanaz. I think it's got its merits. I think the qualification sets you up for life. It gives you a lot of skills that you don't necessarily learn from a textbook, which allows you to essentially be in any single job that you want. There's always learnings. Case in point, I've come over from the CA, decided to move into technology. Similarly, you've done the whole CA route, you moved into technical accounting. We've got CAs that have done CFA that are in the valuation space, as they would have seen with Zakhele. So I think the career really sets you up to be whatever you want to be. And that's what I love about it. And just on the ethical part of things and where the career, the overall profession is, I think ultimately just the message I want to leave to each and every one of you is that we all have the responsibility to change that the profession and the public perception of the profession. So excited to have you guys on board and join up to the profession, and let's lead.
So my last question is a little bit sentimental.
Go for it.
Okay. So if you could tell young Kevin Moodley, who started in first year campus and was fresh and had no idea what was coming, knowing what you know now, if you could give yourself, young Kevin Moodley, one piece of advice, what would it be?
That's a deep question, Shanaz. If I had to give you an answer, I would actually say just enjoy life more. Enjoy your time in articles. It's an amazing experience. The people you meet, they become lifelong friends. And I think just have fun. Take time off, travel, tour, enjoy life while you're at that age. Because when you get older, other responsibilities come at. And your side, what have you been doing, Shanaz, when you were younger?
If I could give myself one piece of advice, I would buy those IFRS technical books sooner rather than later, because it's really a fun thing. It's my passion, and I'm really glad that we get to showcase to the users how chartered accountancy is so versatile that you can blend it together with technology, with tax, with regulatory, with audit, with specialized valuations. We have a suite.
I've got a joke for you, Shanaz. There's my book from campus with all the flags. Still loving it, still got it, still use it.
Wow.
Obviously, it's outdated a little bit, but they stay with you for life, eh?
It's a timeless piece, Kevin, Old Faithful. What a classic.
Well, it's just a nice reminder. It's a nice reminder of what we go through to get this qualification and what it can become.
Thank you so much, Kev, and thank you so much for sharing all those tips with us. There you have it, guys, straight from the horse's mouth. Technology is the future, and no matter which profession you go into, it's going to be something you have to build in. Well, there you have it, folks. That's a wrap from us at BDO. And who knows, in a few years, this could be you.